Welcome! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of government office communication. Have you ever wondered how different departments and officials keep in touch, share information, and coordinate their work? Effective communication is the backbone of any government, ensuring that policies are implemented smoothly and public services run efficiently. In this video, we'll explore the various channels, tools, and strategies that government offices use to stay connected, both internally and with the public. Let's start by understanding why communication is so vital in the public sector and what makes it unique compared to other organizations. In government offices, communication isn't just about exchanging information. It's about building trust, ensuring transparency, and making sure that everyone is on the same page. When communication breaks down, it can lead to confusion, delays, and even public distrust. That's why government agencies invest in clear protocols and dedicated teams to manage information flow. Whether it's a memo about a new policy or a public announcement, every message is carefully crafted to reach the right audience and achieve its purpose. Let's look at the main types of communication used in government settings. Government offices handle two main types of communication: internal and external. Internal communication happens within the organization between departments, teams, and employees. This includes emails, meetings, memos, and reports. External communication, on the other hand, is directed toward the public, media, or other organizations. Press releases, public statements, and social media updates are all examples. Both types are essential, but they serve different purposes and require different approaches. Understanding this distinction helps us appreciate the complexity of government communication. Protocols are the rules and guidelines that shape how information is shared in government offices. These protocols ensure that sensitive data is protected, messages are consistent, and everyone knows their responsibilities. For example, there might be a specific process for approving press releases or handling confidential documents. Protocols also help prevent misunderstandings and mistakes, which is especially important in government, where errors can have wide-reaching consequences. Let's see how these protocols are put into practice. One of the most common ways government offices communicate is through official documents. These include memos, reports, circulars, and policy briefs. Each document has a specific format and purpose. For instance, a memo might inform staff about a new procedure, while a policy brief summarizes research for decision makers. These documents are often archived for future reference and must meet strict standards for clarity and accuracy. Let's explore the journey of a typical government memo. When a government office needs to communicate an important update, a memo is often drafted by a staff member or team. The draft goes through several rounds of review and approval, sometimes involving legal or communications experts. Once finalized, the memo is distributed to relevant departments or individuals, either electronically or in print. This process ensures that the information is accurate, authorized, and reaches the right people. It's a great example of how structured communication helps maintain order in government operations. Face-to-face communication is still vital in government offices. Regular meetings and briefings allow officials to discuss ongoing projects, address challenges, and make decisions together. These gatherings can be formal, like cabinet meetings, or informal, such as team huddles. Minutes are often taken to record key points and action items. Meetings foster collaboration and help ensure that everyone is aligned with the organization's goals. Next, let's look at how technology is changing the way these meetings happen. With the rise of technology, government offices now rely heavily on digital tools for communication. Email is the most common, but instant messaging platforms, video conferencing, and collaboration software are also widely used. These tools make it easier to share information quickly, coordinate across locations, and keep records of conversations. However, they also require strict security measures to protect sensitive data. Let's see how a typical day in a government office might look with these digital tools in action. Imagine a typical day in a government office. Staff start by checking their emails for updates and instructions. Throughout the day, they might join video meetings, send instant messages to colleagues, and collaborate on shared documents. Important announcements are posted on internal platforms, and urgent issues are flagged for immediate attention. This blend of digital and traditional communication keeps everyone informed and responsive. Now, let's explore how government offices communicate with the public. Government offices have a responsibility to keep the public informed about policies, services, and emergencies. Public announcements are made through press releases, official websites, and social media channels. These messages are carefully crafted to be clear, accurate, and accessible to everyone. In times of crisis, such as natural disasters or health emergencies, timely communication can save lives. Let's see how a press release is prepared and distributed. A press release starts with gathering accurate information about the issue or event. Communications teams draft the message, making sure it's clear and free of jargon. The draft is reviewed by senior officials and sometimes legal advisors to ensure accuracy and compliance. Once approved, the press release is sent to media outlets and published on official channels. This process helps maintain the government's credibility and keeps the public well informed. Social media has become a powerful tool for government communication. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram allow offices to reach large audiences quickly and interact directly with citizens. Social media teams monitor comments, respond to questions, and correct misinformation. However, they must also follow strict guidelines to ensure that posts are official and appropriate. Social media helps make government more accessible and responsive to the public's needs. Government offices receive countless questions and requests from the public every day. These inquiries come through phone calls, emails, online forms, and social media. Dedicated staff, often in customer service or public relations roles, handle these messages. They provide information, direct people to the right resources, and escalate urgent issues to the appropriate departments. Efficient handling of public inquiries builds trust and improves the government's reputation. During emergencies, government offices must communicate quickly and clearly. Crisis communication plans outline how to share urgent information with the public and coordinate with other agencies. This might involve activating emergency hotlines, issuing alerts, and holding press conferences. The goal is to provide accurate updates, dispel rumors, and guide people's actions. Effective crisis communication can make a huge difference in public safety and confidence. Government offices rarely work in isolation. They often need to coordinate with other agencies, both at the same level and across different levels of government. Interagency communication involves sharing data, aligning strategies, and collaborating on joint projects. This can be challenging due to differences in procedures or priorities, but it's essential for tackling complex issues like public health or disaster response. Let's see how interagency meetings are organized. Interagency meetings bring together representatives from different government offices to discuss shared goals and challenges. These meetings are carefully planned, with agendas circulated in advance and clear objectives set. Participants share updates, identify areas for collaboration, and assign responsibilities. Minutes are recorded, and follow-up actions are tracked to ensure progress. Such meetings are key to breaking down silos and fostering a spirit of cooperation across government. Some government information is sensitive and must be handled with extra care. Confidential communication involves secure channels, encrypted emails, and strict access controls. Only authorized personnel can view or share this information. Breaches can have serious consequences, so staff receive regular training on data protection and privacy laws. Let's look at the tools and practices used to keep government communication secure. To protect confidential information, government offices use a range of secure communication tools. These include encrypted email services, secure messaging apps, and protected document storage systems. Access is often restricted by passwords or biometric authentication. Regular audits and updates help maintain security. By using these tools, government offices can share sensitive data without risking leaks or unauthorized access. Government communication must comply with laws and regulations such as Freedom of Information Acts and privacy rules. Legal teams review messages to ensure they meet these standards. Compliance also means keeping accurate records and responding promptly to information requests. Failure to comply can result in penalties or loss of public trust. Let's see how compliance shapes the way government offices communicate. Every message, memo, and report in a government office is part of the official record. Record keeping is essential for transparency, accountability, and legal compliance. Documents are stored in secure archives, often both digitally and on paper. Staff follow strict procedures for filing, retrieving, and disposing of record. Good record keeping ensures that information is available when needed and that the government can answer questions from the public or oversight bodies. Government staff receive regular training on communication protocols, security, and customer service. Training sessions cover topics like writing clear emails, handling confidential information, and responding to public inquiries. This ongoing education helps staff stay up to date with best practices and legal requirements. Well-trained employees are better equipped to represent their offices and serve the public effectively. Government offices encourage feedback from both staff and the public to improve communication. Surveys, suggestion boxes, and performance reviews are common tools. Feedback helps identify problems, streamline processes, and make communication more effective. Offices that listen and adapt are better able to meet the needs of their employees and the communities they serve. Despite best efforts, government offices face many communication challenges. These include information overload, language barriers, and rapidly changing technology. Staff must balance the need for speed with the need for accuracy. Miscommunication can lead to mistakes or misunderstandings. so continuous improvement is essential. Let's look at some strategies for overcoming these challenges. To overcome communication barriers, government offices use plain language, translation services, and accessible formats. They also invest in new technologies and provide training to help staff adapt. Regular reviews and updates to communication protocols ensure that messages remain clear and effective. By addressing barriers proactively, offices can serve diverse communities and keep everyone informed. Leaders in government offices set the tone for communication. They model transparency, encourage open dialogue, and ensure that information flows smoothly throughout the organization. Good leaders also support staff in developing their communication skills and provide resources for improvement. Leadership is key to building a culture of effective communication and trust. Technology is constantly changing the way government offices communicate. Cloud-based platforms, mobile apps, and artificial intelligence are making it easier to share information and automate routine tasks. These innovations can improve efficiency, but also require careful management to ensure security and privacy. Staying up to date with technology trends is essential for modern government communication. Mobile devices have become essential tools for government staff. Smartphones and tablets allow employees to access emails, join meetings, and share updates from anywhere. Mobile apps designed for government use offer secure messaging, document sharing, and task management. This flexibility helps staff stay connected and responsive, even when working remotely or in the field. Video conferencing has revolutionized government communication, especially during the pandemic. Officials can hold meetings, briefings, and training sessions without being in the same room. Video calls save time and travel costs, and they make it easier to include participants from different locations. However, they also require reliable technology and good digital etiquette to be effective. Collaboration platforms like shared drives, project management tools, and online workspaces help government teams work together more efficiently. These platforms allow multiple people to edit documents, track progress, and communicate in real time. They also provide a central place for storing important files and updates. Collaboration tools are especially useful for large projects involving many departments. Automation is making government communication faster and more efficient. Automated systems can send reminders, process forms, and respond to common questions without human intervention. Chatbots on government websites help answer public inquiries 24/7. Automation frees up staff to focus on more complex tasks and improves the speed of service delivery. Protecting data is a top priority for government offices. Communication systems are designed with multiple layers of security, including encryption, firewalls, and regular monitoring. Staff are trained to recognize phishing attempts and follow best practices for data protection. Secure communication helps prevent leaks and maintains public trust in government operations. Transparency is a core value in government communication. Many offices publish open datasets, reports, and meeting minutes online for public access. This openness allows citizens to stay informed, hold officials accountable, and participate in decision-making. Open data initiatives also encourage innovation by making information available for research and development. Engaging with the public is an important part of government communication. Offices hold town hall meetings, public consultations, and online forums to gather input and answer questions. These events help build relationships and ensure that policies reflect the needs of the community. Public engagement also increases transparency and trust in government. Many government offices use internal newsletters to keep staff informed about news, achievements, and upcoming events. Newsletters are distributed by email or posted on intranet sites. They help build a sense of community and keep everyone up to date with important developments. Regular updates also reinforce organizational values and goals. Visual communication, such as infographics, charts, and videos, helps government offices explain complex information in a simple way. Visuals make messages more engaging and easier to understand, especially for diverse audiences. Many agencies invest in graphic design and multimedia teams to create high-quality visuals for both internal and public use. Government communication must be accessible to everyone, regardless of language or ability. Offices provide translations, sign language interpreters, and accessible formats like Braille or audio. Clear, simple language is used to make information easy to understand. Accessibility ensures that all citizens can participate in public life and benefit from government services. Government offices regularly evaluate their communication efforts to see what's working and what needs improvement. Metrics like response times, public satisfaction, and engagement rates are tracked. Feedback from staff and citizens is analyzed to identify trends and areas for change. Continuous evaluation helps offices adapt and improve their communication strategies. Consistency is key in government communication. Messages must be aligned across all channels to avoid confusion and maintain credibility. Offices use templates, style guides, and approval processes to ensure consistency. This approach helps build a strong, recognizable identity and reinforces the government's commitment to clear communication. Public relations teams play a vital role in government communication. They manage the office's image, handle media inquiries, and organize events. PR professionals craft messages that reflect the government's values and respond to public concerns. Their work helps maintain positive relationships with the media and the community. Ethical communication is a cornerstone of government work. Offices must provide accurate, honest information and avoid misleading the public. Ethical guidelines cover issues like privacy, transparency, and respect for diversity. Staff are trained to recognize ethical dilemmas and make responsible decisions. Upholding ethics builds public confidence and supports good governance. Some government offices communicate with international partners, such as foreign governments, NGOs, or global organizations. This requires cultural sensitivity, language skills, and knowledge of international protocol. International communication supports diplomacy, trade, and cooperation on global issues. Let's see how these interactions are managed. International relations teams coordinate communication with foreign entities. They prepare official correspondence, organize meetings, and provide translation services. These teams ensure that messages are respectful, accurate, and aligned with national interests. Effective international communication helps build strong partnerships and advance the country's goals on the world stage. The future of government communication will be shaped by new technologies, changing public expectations, and global challenges. Offices will need to be more agile, transparent, and responsive than ever before. Innovations like artificial intelligence, big data, and virtual reality may transform how information is shared and decisions are made. Staying ahead of these trends will help governments serve their citizens better. In summary, government offices use a wide range of communication methods to keep information flowing smoothly. From official documents and meetings to digital tools and public engagement, each channel plays a vital role. Clear protocols, security measures, and ongoing training help ensure that communication is effective and trustworthy. By understanding these processes, we can better appreciate the work that goes on behind the scenes in government. Thank you for joining us on this journey through government office communication. We've seen how essential communication is for transparency, efficiency, and public trust. As technology evolves and new challenges arise, government offices will continue to adapt and innovate. Understanding these communication processes helps us become more informed citizens and appreciate the complexity of public service.